Hello, everyone. Welcome to the workshop, 5 Steps to Getting Ready for Giving Tuesday. My name is Emanuela. I'm the founder of Hexa Media Africa. And today we're going to be learning basically how you can plan, communicate, and raise more this Giving Tuesday in 5 simple steps. But before we get into it, what exactly is Giving Tuesday? It's a global movement of generosity and it takes place annually, usually the Tuesday after Thanksgiving. It's a powerful day where people come together to give to the causes that they care about. And so giving can be in time, in cash, in kind, depending on what the goal of the organization is at the moment. And for you as an African NGO, this day represents an incredible opportunity for you to connect with both local and international organizations who are ready and motivated to give. Take note of the word motivated because I'm going to be referring so much to that in the course of this workshop. So let's look at a few numbers. In 2023, $3.1 billion was raised globally. That's a lot of money that was raised, and 35 million people participated worldwide in this global day of generosity. And this is just to let you know that it's a very important day for everyone, and your organization needs to be well planned ahead of time for this day. So, even though Giving Tuesday is something that everyone looks up to or looks forward to, every year countless of organizations miss the opportunity because they struggle with a lot of things and they make so many mistakes. And I've put together these mistakes into four specific um, key points. The first is late campaign planning. A lot of organizations just wait till the day of Giving Tuesday and then they post a flyer and you start to post so many videos and you expect people to begin to give to you. However, it doesn't work like that because you need to prime them, you need to get them ready, you need to build momentum to engage your community effectively before you start to ask for funds or ask for support. The other is disorganized communication. No clear plan, no clear calendar, no strategy, nothing. And so donors feel confused about your campaign. Everything is scattered. They don't know what to do. And then they just drop out. Also, poor engagement or no engagement, donor engagement plan at all. A lot of organizations will just prepare for the campaign alone and not prepare for the post campaign, what happens after. And so people just donate, you know, you don't have any plan to engage them. For some other organizations, you just hope that people donate and you don't warm them up or engage with them beforehand before you pick and ask. And we're in a very crowded digital space right now. Giving Tuesday enables organizations to leverage digital fundraising. And so if you're not able to engage people beforehand, you will not get proper results. Finally, poor storytelling. Generic appeals don't connect emotionally with people. And that's just the truth, right? So if you're not able to tell your stories, show tangible impact, you would fail to inspire action from potential supporters. I'm sure as you're listening to me right now, I have already identified some mistakes you may have made, right? That has made your Giving Tuesday campaigns in the past not to work out. However, success on Giving Tuesday starts long before the day itself. So it's important that you begin to plan ahead of time. And I'm glad that you're here because you're going to be learning how exactly you can get started with Giving Tuesday for your organization. And so, step one, first and foremost, you need to have a clear goal and a story. This is always the first point of call for every campaign, not just Giving Tuesday campaign. Every campaign you want to have, what is the goal, right? Clarity is quite important. Your donors need to know what exactly their contribution will accomplish for you and why it matters. So define your goal with specific numbers. So you want to be very specific. Instead of saying we want to support education, you would want to say I want to raise $5,000 to keep 100 girls in school for 1 year. That is more smart, that is more specific and more niche down. So it helps them know what exactly they're getting into, what they're supporting you for. Also, you want to craft a story, a compelling narrative that is around your goal. So the goal is to raise funds. You want to show through storytelling or feature one real person or two girls. For example, if you're using the $5,000 for school, we want to show the girls that we have been able to help before. We want to show how you've helped them, the work that, how your work has touched their lives and the transformation that has happened as a result of that. So you want to have that as much as possible, make it very compelling and connect emotion to impact. Also, you want to create urgency. You want to explain why it matters at this moment and what happens if they don't help you reach this goal. Simple. Write one strong story that connects emotion to impact. Include specific details, real names with permission, and also measurable outcomes. If you cannot include the real names or the real pictures or videos of the beneficiaries, simply leverage AI to help you do that, right? But let people know that these are pseudo and pseudo images. These are not the real people. And because of privacy reasons, you're not able to share it. That way, people are able to trust your organization and know that you did not just make these stories up. So the winning formula, a goal plus a story plus urgency, all of this equal engagement. So next, you want to prepare your communication system. A lot of organizations just stop at the goal without even having to think about a proper communication system. Some other organizations think that a communication system is having a very beautiful flyer put up and a content calendar or just content, right, to promote the campaign that you have. But communication is much more than that. And three rules are very important. Your communication has to be clear. Every message must have one primary purpose. It has to be consistent. Your story and branding across all platforms have to stay the same. And it has to be compelling. With each piece of content, you must inspire action, right? So there are multiple channels that you can use to maintain consistency and use to pass across your message. You cannot leverage on one platform or one channel alone. There is email marketing, there is social media, which is very important. And so for email marketing campaigns, you can leverage platforms like MailerLite, MailChimp, SendPulse, there is Flowdesk, there is Brevo, depending on which one you want to use for your organization. There are so many available for you to use. So you are not restricted to one. Just check out which of the platforms work best for your organization and use that for donor outreach. And also for social media, Canva is your friend to be able to create visually appealing content. For content creation, ChatGPT can help you with writing support, plan out your content calendar, to plan out the text for your emails, and all of that. If you do not know how to properly prompt, ChatGPT to get the best response, you can check out our content bank that has over 200 captions and content ideas that you can just pick up the prompt and just put it up in ChatGPT and get something for your organization, or you can get our ChatGPT prompt bank so that you're able to use it also to help with content creation. Last but not the least, that comes in your communication system is a mobile friendly giving platform. You want to ensure you have one platform that is able to work beautifully, perfectly for your organization to raise funds. There are so many platforms. There is DonorBox, there is GiveButter, there is Donate NG if you are in Nigeria. There is Changa if you are in East Africa. There is also Global Giving. If you know Global Giving is accessible all across Africa, you can get access to it. So these are some platform options that you have. Check all of these platforms and see what works best for your organization so you're able to tailor it to your organization. So your communication system, very, very important. Next, you have your engagement, right? So, like I said before, a lot of NGOs just wait on the day of Giving Tuesday. You're sharing a flyer and saying, we have a campaign, please come give to us, blah, 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 and all of that. It doesn't work like that. at all. It doesn't work like that. You cannot make that big mistake of waiting till the day of Giving Tuesday. You need to be able to build anticipation and warm up your audience. And this is something very, very key. I would advise a minimum of 3 weeks before to start to engage your audience, your donors, and start to get them ready before you make an ask. You don't want to do the day before, 1 week before. That's really, really a huge mistake, and it will be absurd because it's like you meeting someone on the street and you're asking the person for money immediately. How would you feel if you were the person? Put yourself in the shoes of your donor. So 3 weeks before, you send an announcement, we're joining Giving Tuesday. Here's why it matters to us and our community. 1 week before, 2 weeks before, you start to share impact stories, showing your work in action, right? And help donors visualize the change that they'll create. So these are the things we have done. This is what we are hoping to do. This is the change that has happened in the past as a result of some of the support we've been able to get. You can even decide to showcase some of your donors with permission, of course, some of previous donors you've had and how their support has, translated into change. And then 1 week before you start a countdown, to build excitement, and then you introduce your goal for Giving Tuesday. 3 days before you set final reminders with a call to action so that everyone knows how to participate. You want to tell them this is how you can give, right? And then when it is the D-Day, you send another email and let them know it's the D-Day, our campaign is live, yada, yada, yada. You can just include all of that information and get them prepped up. By the time you've done from 3 weeks down to Giving Tuesday's day, definitely you would get a lot of responses. Some organizations start 2 months ahead of time and begin to share success stories of stuff they have done before even, they start to make an act. So ideally, you can start from 2 months or 3 months before, but 3 weeks is the barest minimum you can do. So start talking to your donors, right? Consistent early engagement dramatically increases campaign success rates. Dramatically. It can really make or mar your campaign when you begin to engage with your donors. Step 4 is a donor experience. A lot of nonprofits are focused on having to raise the funds and they are not bothered about the experience that their donors will have. Experience is very important because it will determine whether your donor would even refer you to another person or not. And so you want to make their experience meaningful and feel effortless. So they should be able to donate in at least 3 clicks or less, which means you have to simplify the donation page. By simplifying, it means that you are removing unnecessary fields. Make sure you test everything before you finally launch. This is why you need to start early so that you have time to even test and make changes if necessary. Give them options, offer suggested amounts for donation. If you want to raise $5,000, there should be at least one or two options in which they can help you accomplish the goal. So are they donating monthly? Are they donating one time? Are they donating a specific amount? You want to give them options and also ensure mobile optimization. At least 60% of donations happen on the phone. And so you want to ensure that all your links work properly, the pages look beautiful, even on a smartphone device, right? So this does not mean that the desktop version or the tab version is going to be eliminated. It just means that you'd ensure it suits all kinds of devices. And lastly, you want to ensure you have automated and immediate personalized thank you message, acknowledging the donor for their contribution, using their names and their specific contribution. Don't make it generic. As much as possible, do not make it generic. You want to speak to that donor. Guess what? There are organizations that when they do this, the person feels, touched, feels like, oh, I really made a difference, and they want to do more. So feeling, making a donation to an organization is like it should be more personal, right? And so you want to make giving feel like a movement, not just donating money. You're not just collecting money. You want them to feel like they're part of something big, bigger than themselves. And without them, you're not going to be able to create that change. So these are the four key things you should look at when you're creating a donor experience. And the last but not the least is the three T's. You want to track, you want to think, and you want to tell the story. Giving Tuesday doesn't end after the campaign, or donations does not end after Giving Tuesday. You want to ensure that you are able to manage and engage and continue the conversation with that donor so that the next year you are able to convert them again. And you will do this through tracking, through thanking them and telling the story. So first, within the first 24 hours, you want to send a personalized thank you, like I said, to every donor. You want to also post social media updates on your community's generosity. So on that day of Giving Tuesday, you want to be sharing updates of how much you have been able to raise, how is it going? You're building momentum. People are seeing that, oh, progress is being made or progress is not being made. We need to do more, right? And then within 1 week, that is usually after that Giving Tuesday week, Giving Tuesday is on Tuesday. But let's say by Monday the next week, you want to announce the final campaign result. We told you want to raise 6,000. At the end of Giving Tuesday, we're able to raise 7,000 with your help. Thank you. This is how the funds will be used. These are some of the people who gave to us. We are truly grateful. Something simple that way, right? So you can do this within 1 week or after Giving Tuesday week. And then for the next 3 months, ongoing, you want to keep sharing regular updates. You want to keep sharing photos, how you use the funds that you receive, newsletters, impact reports, all of this. You want to create a system around this so that you do not also bore your donors with too much information, overburden them with too much information. So a quick recap. Your 5-step action plan. Set a goal. Think about your organization. Do you want to set a goal around the project? Do you want to set a new goal? Whatever it is, set a fundraising target paired with one compelling narrative that shows real impact. You now want to go ahead to build your communication system. What emails are you going to be sending out? Your social media posts. You want to create your content calendar way ahead of time so that you're even able to schedule and remain consistent. Remember the 3 C's: clear, consistent, and compelling. Whichever way it is, you must not miss out on these three. And then you want to engage early, start at least 3 weeks, like we spoke about. Make sure your donor experience is on point and you are consistently following up with gratitude, results, and ongoing impact. So, are you ready to launch your Best Giving Tuesday campaign yet? It is not too late for you to start planning. Right now, you have at least almost 6 weeks to get started if you're watching it in 2025. If you're not watching it in 2025, whenever you're watching this, you still have time. You should still have time to get started. So we have the Giving Tuesday campaign service that we've created to help NGOs like yours apply everything you have just learned faster and more effectively. And this has been put together in our Giving Tuesday campaign service. 2 options: the done for you or the do it yourself. So it's either you want to do it yourself using the templates we have put together, plug it and play. You're ready to use. You just copy all of the templates, the details in the template, and then you use it. You have access to graphic designs, you have access to your content calendar, you have access to AI prompts if you need them for you to design your campaign, for you to design your emails, everything. You also have email um, emails that you can just use to set up on whatever platform that you want, and so many other templates. Or you don't want to have to think about it at all. You want us to do it for you, save you the time, reduce the stress, and help you launch with confidence. You can definitely do that. So to access any of these 2 options, please visit www.hexamediaafrica.com/Giving Tuesday and get started immediately. Your story deserves to be heard, and this Giving Tuesday, we can help you raise more together. Thank you so much for joining me for this quick 5-step process for you to learn how to raise funds for your organization better. I look forward to seeing all of the beautiful stories and you achieving success this Giving Tuesday season.